Ice cream, you scream, Fox 5 screams for ice cream. We are live at Berliner Specialty Distributors this morning where everyone is in, oh, this looks good, a good humor. Ha ha. We'll have more on this cool story coming up next on Fox 5 Morning News. Stay with us.
And hot weather may have some people thinking of ice cream. Holly Morris is in Hyattsville, Maryland this morning at the home of a summertime favorite, Good Humor Ice Cream. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning to you, Josh. And how can we not be in a good humor this morning as we are live at one of the largest single-serve ice cream distributors in the country. Berliner Specialty Distributors was established in 1973, and they have been serving up lots of ice cream ever since that time. Mitch Berliner, of course, has been there since day one. Looking good this morning, sir.
Hi, Holly. Thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having us here. Why did you decide to get started in the ice cream business?
I didn't really want a real job, Holly.
I know the feeling.
Hello. Thank you. We're soulmates there.
We are. Now, let's talk a little bit. Obviously, Good Humor dates back to even before Berliners came into being. So take us back and let's talk about the history of Good Humor.
Well, the Good Humor bar, the original one, and if you want, I'll just hand you one right now.
Oh, I love an interview that gives me ice cream.
That's the original. That's the bar that started it all, the classic vanilla ice cream bar. It was invented by Harry Burt in 1920. After he figured out how to coat it with chocolate, he was a candy maker in Ohio, and his daughter told him she was getting all messy. So he decided to come up with the concept of putting a stick in it, and that's what he invented. And it took him 3 years and shoving one of those in a patent officer's mouth, but he got a patent 3 years later.
Pretty good invention, I must admit. And you know, in this hot weather, I can't let it melt, right?
It's your obligation to eat it. Yes, ma'am.
It's my duty. One of those, I don't have a real job either. Okay, now, everybody recognizes this wonderful truck. This is the classic.
You got it. This is the classic truck. This is the truck that Harry Burt decided that he was going to deliver his ice cream. Remember, this is before freezers were in people's homes, so that he put this out on the streets in Ohio. Eventually, it spread out throughout the country, and decided that he'd put people in crisp white uniforms, call it the Good Humor Bar, because everybody be good humor when they eat one, and put these bells on. These are the original bells. These bells are made of brass, and they are still used on many, many of the trucks that we have here in the Washington area.
In fact, we want to show off this truck, so we're going to venture over to the other side so we can see what's on the right-hand side of the truck here and how you guys can go to work. This is still the way you sell the most ice cream, right, from the trucks?
A very big part of our business is the vending business, and we have over 100 street vendors, and they roll throughout the metropolitan area during the season, about 6, 7, 8 months, and they go through neighborhoods to pools, soccer matches, you name it, and we have a great group of vendors, and we still actually have a couple of these trucks that are out on the street, and we use these trucks here for our special events program. We do lots of special events, company picnics, things like that. We have to shoo people. I'm not kidding you, Holly. We have to shoo people away when we're over.
Oh, I believe it. People probably get pretty nostalgic when they see these trucks.
You know, I'll just tell you this story. Everybody always says to me, I remember this. They go so nostalgic. And that's what's different between ice cream and broccoli. People don't say, I remember eating broccoli as a kid. They go, I remember with my dad on the boardwalk, all that kind of stuff. But we've had to shoo people off of here. You have, like, no idea. We've had this truck in movies. As a matter of fact, we even have a website now where you could get this, BerlinerFoods.com, and you can see this. It tells you about our special events. And it's just a lot of fun. And you just reach in here,
and
we have 40 different varieties that can come out of here as our classic, our Neapolitan ice cream sandwich. And
how much is one of these trucks worth, do you think?
Oh, I've seen them occasionally. That's our cookie sandwich. I would say I've seen these trucks fully restored for as much as $20,000.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of maintenance, but it's definitely worth it.
Now, obviously they drive other kinds of trucks around now, but do the drivers still own their own trucks?
Yes. What happened in the 1980s, the drivers bought their own trucks. They own them. They're owner-operators. I like to equate that with early immigrants that came to this country and had push carts. A lot of the gentlemen here and ladies are from Thailand, from Africa, from the Middle East. And it's sort of their first step in entrepreneurship in America.
And no matter where you're from, you can't beat a little bit of vanilla ice cream with a little bit of chocolate on top of it. And as you can see, I only have a little bit left, but we've got a lot more to share with you coming up in the next hour. As you know, Mitch said they have lots of different products. We're going to talk about all of them and take you inside the freezer. That's a good way to cool off on a hot summer morning, right? Coming up in our next hour. Josh Binswanger, I know you are so jealous. You just can't stand it.
I'm telling you, Holly, it's not right. It's not right. Woman has the greatest gig in television every day. New foods, new faces, new places. Look, she's just loving that. You're killing me, Holly. All right, thank you.
Well, Josh, everybody knows about Good Humor ice cream, right? Well, I bet there's a few things you don't know. We're learning them this morning from Mitch and Guy Berliner themselves.
Good morning, Holly. Guy, what time is it?
Why, it's Good Humor time!
No, guys, it's about time on Fox 5. It's about time we eat some more ice cream and tell you more coming up a little later on Fox 5, so stay with us. We are learning this morning what it takes to get Good Humor ice cream to you. Well, it takes, first and foremost, one really big freezer. Only on Fox 5 Morning News do you get to go inside, cooling off from the heat and humidity now, just in case you were wondering. Oh my gosh, it is 20 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit here in this freezer. There are 500,000 ice cream treats in here. Coming up on Fox 5 Morning News, we're gonna talk about all the different varieties of Good Humor ice cream products they have, and in fact even show you the very latest, newest product they have on the line. It's coming up next on Fox 5 Morning News. Woo! Huh. Okay.
Did you know that the patent on the classic chocolate-covered vanilla ice cream on a stick was granted back in 1923? For more dairy facts, Holly Morris is at the local distributor of Good Humor ice cream, Berliner Specialty Distributors in Hyattsville. She has more information for us this morning. Holly?
Well, Josh, let me just say that the heat and humidity never felt so good after being in that freezer. Whew, it's cold in there, but they need all that space to house all their products. Mitch and Guy Berliner here with me this morning as we are live at Berliner Specialty Distributors. You guys just look so good.
Thank you. We come to work like this every day, Holly.
Right, as far as
Holly.
we know, right? I got to show you this. This bow tie here, Mitch's is wood.
Never creases.
Never creases. Always look good, easy to tie every time. I tell you, there's a lot to show here, so we want to get started. We talked a little bit about the truck earlier, and we have the cart. We have some old pictures that we want to share with you because really the history of Good Humor is a big part, and everyone talks about it even today.
Indeed, indeed. It's nostalgia. Like I said, ice cream is just not ice cream. It's memories, and I tell this story that's when people remember their ice cream, their Good Humor man from when they were little. And I say, well, who was your third grade teacher? I don't remember. Who was your fourth grade teacher? I don't know. Okay. Who was the Good Humor man on your block? Oh, Tom. Tom was there. It's like, okay, I rest my case.
And you were telling me, Guy, that ice cream and Good Humor especially is just one of those products that, I mean, who doesn't like ice cream?
Well, the truth is, Holly, one of the favorite things that we love to do, that I love to do, is do the special events. And we go out with the classic Good Humor truck, and we dress up like this. And that's really where you can appreciate what people think about and how they love the feeling of good humor.
As much as we talk about the history, hey, it's the year 2000. You guys got to keep it going, right?
Absolutely.
You've got a lot of products out there, so we want to kind of show. Tell me about the different products here, how you go about product development, how do you come up with new kinds of ice cream treats?
It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job tasting all these things. Actually, Good Humor is owned by a company called Unilever, which is the largest ice cream company in the world, and they have ice cream companies in about 40 different countries around the world. And so the ice cream is developed not only in the United States, but in other countries. And for instance, one of our items is Magnum, which happens to be one of the better selling items through Europe. It was such a good seller there, they brought it here. So they take the technology from other countries and bring it here to the United States. And look, it's a novelty. So every year new ice creams come in, some of them are hits, and that's all the fun of it.
I also noticed, like here you have the Power Rangers. So you're obviously playing off of something that's popular with kids today.
Exactly. Every year there might be Super Mario, there might be, again, just like Pokemon. And
is that the new latest one, Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon's the new latest one, and there's a lot. First, there's the licensing that gets involved, and then, you know, the developing of the ties and the paper and the wrap. So they have to move very quickly because they have to then build inventory and then introduce it to the next season.
Okay, Do you guys eat a lot of ice cream?
Used to eat a lot of ice cream. Now I'm a little more selective.
I don't eat more than 2 to 3 pieces before lunch. That's it.
Lunch.
That's
Okay,
it.
well,
No more
I've
than
had
that.
one, so maybe I should pick another one. Which one do you suggest?
Well, I'll tell you, this is a brand new piece. This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Ice Cream Bar.
Oh, Reese's
And
are
that
my
is
favorite,
really
so
wonderful.
I'll do that. I have to ask you this as well. Do you get invited to a lot of parties?
Only if we show up with ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I would put you on my invitation list anytime.
We'll
Let's
be
see.
there.
I have an idea. Our phones are going to ring off the hook with all our old friends that we haven't seen in years.
This is a winner. And if you need a taste tester, just let me know. Real quickly. You think I have a few that I can take back to the station? There's this one guy named Josh who's really jealous that we're out here. You think we
We'll
can give him
take
some
care
ice
of
cream?
him. And everybody.
We'll take the old-fashioned Good Humor truck out to see Josh.
There you go.
Josh.
There's Mike, already grabbing some this morning. Don't ever say we didn't take care of you, Josh. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. I'll put in a bid for toasted almond, please.
Hey, toasted almond right here.
There you go, babe. Now we're working.
I think I'll try one myself.
And make sure that Mike Rickard shares with Max, okay?
You got it.
All right.
You got it.
The stealth hands of Mike Rickard reaching out and stealing some ice cream for himself this morning live at the Berlin
That's what I'm going to do when your pop comes in here. I'm going to steal yours.
Exactly. But we're leaving with more now with Holly Morris and the fine folks at Good Humor.
Josh, Allison, Tom, Todd, everybody, I'm coming back to the station.